Okay, welcome everybody to the Lead from Within podcast. My name is Nina Urman, and today I have Neha Mehra from Mumbai with me. I'm so excited to see you. Thank you for coming on.
Nice to see you too.
Yeah,
Thank
we have
you for
met.
having me.
Yes, I'm excited. We have met in Mumbai a few months ago. I was doing training, facilitation, and I have to share with the audience right away that I mentioned that I had a 5-year-old girl, and Neha, you sent me right away a gift for myself and my little girl just after the session, which I found so heartwarming and so beautiful. So I just want to thank you and just share with the audience already what kind of spirit you are, generous and beautiful. And one of the first things I got to know about you is that you are a designer for women's wear and also kids wear. So I
I'm
want you,
happy that you liked it, and it was my pleasure.
yeah, so beautiful. And it's really beautiful designs. I've been wearing it since, and my little one loves it as well. Okay, so maybe just in the beginning, let's just give you a moment to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are. And then I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions.
Sure. So hi everyone. My name's Neha Mehra. I'm 41 years old, born and brought up in Mumbai. I've been married to Siddharth since the last 15 years. We had a love marriage. We have two beautiful boys. My older one's 9.5, and my younger one's just turned 3. Designing has always been my passion and very, very close to my heart. I studied design from NIFT, Mumbai, and from SNDT University, which was right after school. And right after that, I worked under Manish Malhotra, who's a very famous Indian designer. I worked with him and got experience for 4.5 years. After that, I was still very keen to go abroad and study, and I fought my way because I come from a very orthodox family where my parents were not agreeing to send me abroad, but I fought and fought, and I said I have to go and get some exposure.
Mhm.
And I went to Italy, to Milan, to do my master's, and that's where the magic began. I got back and launched my label for women's wear and kids wear. Kids wear is something which came much later in life, when I had my own children, and I realized that there was nothing that I could really find for my kids, because I was very particular about the fabrics, about the comfort, and I just couldn't find it. So I started designing kids wear very recently, and it's been amazing.
Wow, what a journey. What would you say is the thing that inspires you when you create?
So I think it's anything that I see. I mean, I love to travel, so it inspiration is literally for me anywhere. I mean, it could be someone, like even right now, like the combination that you've put together. Like in my mind, I'm always thinking about colors. I'm always thinking about, okay, you know what, this looks good, or how I can think of putting it in a design. So I feel it's everywhere. It's nothing specific that I turn to, or of course I like going through my fashion magazines, or whatever the trends are. But I think it's nothing specific for me.
Yeah. I have this concept of, kind of in coaching, I speak about creating from everything and creating from nothing. So it's almost like you can create from nothing, which you don't have anything, but you create in your mind and you manifest it, or you
Exactly.
create from everything. Everything could be an inspiration, everything that, kind of circles through you. So what would you say makes your design special? What makes it you?
So I think for me, the most important thing is that if I won't buy that product, I'm not going to sell it. So I've always put in a lot of emphasis on the quality, because um, when I started designing, it was a very niche market, and nobody even understood what a designer does, because in India it was very, very new. This I'm talking about 15 years back. And I told my parents I want to launch my label, and they're like, okay, it's your passion, just try it out, see how it goes. But I was very serious about it. And now, today, when I see every household has five designers. Things have changed a lot. And because of that, even the quality has changed. People compromise on quality because they want cheaper products.
Right.
And there's so many options available. But that's something that I haven't been able to make that shift because I feel if I compromise on everything, how am I different than what
Right.
everybody's doing? So I'm still like, if you see all my embroidered pieces, they're all hand embroidered, not machine embroidered.
Mm.
So it's still very intricate, very beautiful. It is expensive,
Right.
but I feel that's what differentiates it from the rest.
Yeah. I love it when you say, would I buy this? Yes. And the answer always has to be yes for you, because
Yeah,
that kind of shows your unique kind of imprint. Yeah, this is something that I want to
exactly.
invest. Yeah. Okay. And what would you say has been the most challenging in building this business? And you're saying, 15 years ago, nobody knew about this. I feel when you're speaking, there's a lot of determination. There's a lot of, I'm going to do this for myself, even kind of going into this unknown. And I know from many business owners, I know many people I coach, I work with, there's this fear, right? Fear of failure, fear not succeed, like not succeeding enough, or maybe even like shame and guilt, kind of all these emotions. How did you overcome this? Like how, I'm always wondering, like from the idea to the manifestation of it, what was that journey like?
So I think I'm just a very, very positive person. And I just never ever give up. That's a
Yes.
quality which I think continues even in my work. So there's so many times where I feel like, okay, you know what? I don't need to do this. I'm not doing this for the money.
Mm,
There's so many people out there who are doing it. Why bother? But
right.
there's that thing in me which just doesn't allow me to stop
Mm-hmm.
because I love it so much. I said, okay, fine, it's something creative. No one's going to take the creativity away from me.
Right.
Maybe I've had a different journey of life. I've prioritized different things in my journey. But now this is what I need to do. So I'll achieve it 10 years later, but I'll achieve it. And I'm not going to stop till I do.
Yeah, I love this, like not quitting in the
Yeah.
game, right? Because so many people, I speak about this concept of called massive action, and I define it as action until you get the result, right? And so many people start something, start something, start something, and then after three times that it doesn't work, they're kind of quitting on themselves, or they go back, and hide and say, oh, this is probably not for me, this is not going to work out, instead of kind of trying more, figuring it out, and making your way through. So I really appreciate that kind of philosophy or mindset you say. Like it's a positive mindset, but I think it's more than that. It's not just thinking positively, but it's almost like this is what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to do it. And for me, this is about self-integrity, right? I've said something that I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to do it. And in a way, you're priming your brain to get the result. It's like everybody is on board. But the moment we let fear creep in, we let self-doubt creep in, that's when we lose our power.
Yeah, so I mean, even I remember when I had my second baby, which was 3 years ago, there was such a big part of me that told me that, you know what, what's the point? You're just one of so many designers.
Mm,
People don't know who you are, why you're doing this. But I said, I need to figure it out. I need to do something that's different or consistent and just build slowly. So instead of thinking of the larger picture, I've started breaking it down in my head that I'm gonna make each day count and make a difference at some point. So I have a lot of ideas which I now want to just put it down, which I need to figure out a journey and a path to achieve it. But yeah, I'm going to figure it out.
I have no doubt. Like sometimes, it's in our own heads that this happens, right? I believe that we're all about self-expression, and that our mission here on this earth is to express, whatever it is that we have as our unique gift. And some of us, never get to do this, but not because it's not possible, but because we don't allow ourselves, or we self-sabotage, or, for those of you listening, if you're thinking, I have this dream, or I have this idea, I want to make it real, but there's just, the sentences in your mind, oh, this is I'm too old or I'm too young, right? Like at both spectrums. I'm too young to do this. I'm too old to do this. I'm not good enough at some scale, right? I don't have the right skills. I don't have the right environment. I'm not living in the right country. Somebody said to me, like, to have those possibilities. And all of these are kind of closed doors. But I always say that it's like you are in the middle closing those doors, right? Like you're surrounded by them. But at any given moment, by a decision in your mind, you can open them up and see what's possible. Would you agree?
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, so tell me a bit about what are you up to in 2025, right? Now that we're in the beginning of the year, you mentioned that you had some goals or some strategies in place. It could be personal, it could be for your business. What is it that you want to manage?
So I just want to make sure that I'm a bit more planned because
Mhm.
I everything in life is about planning, whether it's work, whether it's your personal life, it's anything. I just want to get a bit more disciplined.
Mhm.
That's one of my goals. And where work is concerned, I definitely want to grow it to a greater height, at least 10% more than last year. I'm not trying to be over ambitious. I just want to make it slightly better than before and just be progressive and consistent about it.
Yeah, I like the consistency of it for sure. And discipline is an interesting word because sometimes people come to me and I do a lot of time and energy mastery work and they'll say, I just need more discipline. I just need to like, plan and make consistent choices and all these things. And all of this is right. But it's almost like we gotta arrive at the emotion that we want to experience in the future. We want to cultivate that today, right? Like, it's like, how can I be disciplined today? How can I be determined today? How can I be consistent today? Right? So something that you want in the future, you got to cultivate in the moment now. And I'm sure you're doing it, but it's like calling in what you want already in the now because it's the only time that truly exists, right? Sometimes we
Yeah,
past, we go into the future, but the now is where everything is happening.
and yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, I love it. So, um, maybe a couple of things about how you are managing your energy, because this is another side. You have two young kids,
Yeah.
you're married, you're traveling. I know you told me because you have been. It has, you know, we have been scheduling this call for a while. Both of us are traveling so much, which is amazing. But I wonder how you are taking care of yourself in the midst of all of this.
That's the thing where I feel I need to work on. I don't
Hmm.
think I'm taking enough care of myself. So that's something I want to make a difference in this year. That put myself first and just take it easy and do things which really matter. So I hope I can achieve that as well.
Yeah, I think
Because there
that's.
has to be some sacrifices somewhere. I mean, if you want something, you have to let go of something else.
Yeah, I have this
It
image of,
does.
if you have something in your hand and you want to grab something new, like no way you could grab something new if you don't let go first,
Exactly.
right? And so there's always this letting go versus control debacle. Like I always say, you're creator of your life and you completely control your reality. But at the same time, it's about surrendering and letting go and letting your spirit and your authenticity and whatever wants to come through you kind of create a container for it so it can. Because sometimes if we don't take care of the container, which is our physical body, our well being, our mindset, and clean it all out, that self-expression that's knocking on the door cannot get through. There's too many obstacles. There's just too much chaos. It's not structured,
Yeah.
right? Especially for creative people. Actually, I have done this um, recording. I haven't published it yet, on structure versus chaos and creativity versus kind of like that complete structure. And we're all of us are kind of on the spectrum, right? Some of us are very, very structured, but lack creativity, lack that spark, that ignition, that, oh my gosh, I'm going to do something out of the box. And others are all over the place and need to go to the other direction of kind of keeping it. But I feel like with you, you kind of have both, right? Because you're very creative, but you're like, no, 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 I'm gonna like put it all in a particular order. Like, how does that feel? Because sometimes we get overwhelmed by all of the.
It is very overwhelming. I cannot lie. It is very overwhelming. There are times where it's just too much, and I feel my mind is just all over the place. But everybody has those moments.
Right.
But in the larger picture, I feel I'm doing a decent job with myself.
Yeah. Like, how
And
do
I've
you bring yourself down? Like, for those of listening, like, what would you say to someone who is, an entrepreneur running a successful business, but also taking care of their family? I mean, both of us are in this situation, right? Where we have kids, we have things that we got to do, responsibilities, husbands, travel, social life, all of the stuff. When you get into overwhelm, oh my gosh, this wave of responsibilities is coming my way. What are some of the things that work for you?
the first thing that works for me is hitting the gym.
Okay.
Really works for me because that's like just cutting out everything and just probably just running on the treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
That really helps me. And sometimes just listening to some music and just calming myself down.
Yeah, very good. So these are practices to bring you into the present moment and basically into your body and turn off your mind a little bit, right? Because it's the mind that's creating a lot of havoc. Like a lot of our thoughts, I always say we have 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day, most of them kind of by default and negative and repetitive. And overwhelm is an indulgent emotion. It's something that comes over us and we feel out of control, literally. Like just all the things I have to do, which are just coming in.
Yeah.
And the what works for me is like I like to be physical, like physical activity, even just going for a walk or outside or getting literally out of whatever environment I'm in works really well. And for me, it's also journaling. Like I start down and writing down all of my thoughts. I do a little bit of a thought detox. It's one of the practices I recommend for people as well, to kind of just write down, to realize that you are actually not your thoughts, that you have that space between you being the observer of your thoughts and your thoughts are not you. It's just in the moment. Like, a sentence I tell myself often is, this too shall pass. Either it's an amazing great thing, this will pass as well, everything will pass. So be with it as much as you can. Don't run away from it, don't escape it, but be in the present moment. And I love that you're going to the gym because it brings you into, kind of anchors you
It
physically.
does.
Yeah. No, I love our conversation because so many, especially women, but leaders in general, right? You know how I work with the YPO community, but also other leaders from all around the world. We're also very different on the outside, but on the inside, we kind of all want the same thing, right? We want to be grounded and present. We want to feel connected with ourselves and people. We want to self-express and do our best work. What else would you say is on that list of desires? Maybe just for you personally.
So I've got really weird bucket list things that I need to achieve. That to learn how to swim with my son because that's something I don't know how to do.
Okay.
And so that's something I want to achieve and be able to do that with him. So I'm working on it. I hope I succeed.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, just like I mentioned, just being more balanced
Yeah.
and prioritizing myself and health first, because I feel if my mind and body is not at ease, it's very difficult to be a leader and to lead my team. So I just feel that's something I really want to take care of.
Yeah, health and well-being is the foundation of energies. Like it's like I always say that we all have energetic leaks, and if we can take those leaks out, we'll have just so much more energy to channel into the world. And
Yeah.
some of it is unconscious, right? The allergies we have, how we feed ourselves. Like I've been doing this detox for the last month, and I really feel the difference in my skin and how I feel, and just the energy levels like constant, right? I went out of alcohol, coffee, and milk products and gluten, like all of the stimulation stuff. And it's just been such an amazing thing, because if the body is well, like that's the foundation, then your consciousness, your ideas are just, happening. Like I was
Yeah,
saying, the limitations are gone, so abundance is always there. We don't actually create abundance. What we create is our limitations, right? As human beings, and the more aware we are, the more conscious we are, the easier it gets to let that creative flow through.
completely.
Yeah, very good. Listen, I think we had an amazing conversation. I'm really happy to have you here on the podcast. And one of the questions, maybe to end this, that I always ask sometime in the conversation is, because the podcast is called Lead from Within. And I want to ask you what that resonates with you. What does it mean for you to lead from within?
That I just need to start thinking more with my head and not only with my heart, and just follow my gut.
Uh-huh. Head, heart, gut. Like we have it all. Like that's the
Yeah, like
alignment, right?
literally, if it's all in sync, I think you can achieve anything.
I love that. This is beautiful because this is all internal, right? Leading from within
Yeah,
is like, okay, and I say this all the time, right? We got to figure out the heart, which is, this is love. This is the essence of who you are. This is, what needs to be spoken through you. But then you got to have the mind to actually put it in place, strategize about it, manifest it, take action. And the gut will lead you, because that's where your intuition lies, right? It's like, and intuition functions kind of in this, it's kind of weird sometimes, because sometimes it's like, oh yeah, do this or don't do this, right? It's kind of, sometimes it's a red light, green light situation where you're like, yeah, you absolutely have to go this way. And I get those impulses a lot lately, I think also because I cleaned out my system. But it feels like little instinctual impulses that want to get out and manifest in the world.
yeah, and like I said, the power of manifestation. Just don't give up. Whatever is that you really really want, it you might not get it today, but just keep being at it. It will happen someday.
I love that. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay, right? Because people think, okay, if I'm going to say this affirmation, I'm going to say this, make this decision kind of integrated in my head, it's going to happen. But obviously, there's like the delay of it actually manifesting. And some people, they're on the brink of it happening and they give up because they think, oh, it's not going to happen to me. It's not happening fast enough. Or it's not, they get impatient and then they stop the action. So whoever is listening right now, Neha is a perfect example for somebody who is very determined and doesn't quit on themselves. And even if challenges and failures and things inevitably, like that's happening to every entrepreneur, every business owner, come your way, just don't quit. Figure out how to generate positive emotion from within. Listen to your heart, think with your head, connect to your gut, connect to your intuition, and keep at it. That's kind of my closing remarks.
So much. I too had a lot of self introspection, like talking to you, and it was really lovely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for everybody. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon in the next episode. All my love.